a prism of endless possibility.
Well, that doesn't sound ominous at all.
After being on our screens for well over a decade, we'll all by now be familiar with the events of the MCU. We know that Tony Stark made his first Iron Man suit after nearly being killed by his own weapons, that Steve Rogers was turned into Captain America during World War II, and that Prince T'Challa is the Black Panther and ruler of Wakanda. But what if something different happened? How would the MCU be changed? If you've ever wanted to know what could have been, the next Disney Plus show will be for you. That series is What If, a 10-episode anthology that will explore a new question every week. We don't yet know every scenario that will play out on screen, but expect there to be some big changes to the status quo, with questions like what if Peggy Carter was given the super soldier serum set to be answered. Thankfully, we have a few familiar voices to help guide us through these strange new realities. Samuel L. Jackson, Jeremy Renner, Haley Atwell, Jeff Goldblum, and Michael B. Jordan are just a few of the actors set to reprise their MCU roles in the latest Disney Plus series. What If is also set to be the last appearance of the late great Chadwick Boseman as Prince T'Challa, as he recorded his lines for the show before passing away last year.
A Ravager never flies solo. I said never flies solo.
Is that some kind of catchphrase?
You had me worried for a second.
In one of those stories, we'll see his character abducted by Yondu instead of Peter Quill, turning T'Challa into Star-Lord.
Slow down a little bit. There's a few people in the room that don't understand. Not me, I get it.
Don't worry if this all sounds a bit confusing either. These stories aren't likely to impact the MCU we all know and love. That's because these adventures will be told in alternative realities to what we've seen play out on screen already, featuring variants of our favourite heroes rather than the real deals. Just strap in for what we're sure will be a hell of a ride, and don't take anything too seriously. Normally we'd give you a rundown of every film you might want to watch first, but there might not be time for that with What If. That's because Marvel has promised that the questions answered by the show will cover events from pretty much the whole MCU so far. If you want to try and watch 24 movies and 3 TV shows before the first episode of What If premieres on August 11th, you can certainly try, though we'd instead recommend focusing on the most recent releases: WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, and Black Widow, just to avoid any potential spoilers. Just in case you are in a rush to watch everything else though, we'll let you get going. But before you do, remember to like the video, share it with your friends, and leave a comment down below letting us know which scenario you want to see play out in What If.
And ponder the question. What if?
Give me the tour.